Hello students, today we are going to solve a basic vector problem from ADMAT. Relative to an origin O, the position vector of P is minus 2i minus 4j and the position vector of Q is 8i plus 20j. Okay. Question A, find PQ. So we know that vector PQ equals to OQ minus OP. So from our question, the position vector of P is given minus 2i minus 4j, which is actually OP. Okay, so OP is minus 2i minus 4j, and OQ is the position vector of Q, which is 8i plus 20. So if we replace the value of OQ, which is 8i plus 20j minus OQ minus OP minus 20i minus 4. So if we subtract this 8i plus 20j, we just change the sign here. So 2i plus 4j, then we get 10i plus 24. Okay, we add the two items, which is 8 and 2. They will be added to 10i, and 20j and 4j will be added to 24j. Then they tell us to find the modulus of PQ, which is the magnitude. Okay, so modulus of PQ is we need to take the coefficient of I and coefficient of J. Okay, and we will square and add them, and then we will take the square root of this. Then if we calculate this, we will get 100 plus 576. Finally, we get 676. Okay, so this is our answer. Then they tell us to find the unit vector in the direction of PQ. So unit vector, what do you know about unit vector? We know that the unit vector of PQ equals to the vector itself divided by the magnitude. Okay, the vector itself by its magnitude. So we already calculate the vector PQ, which is 10i plus 24j, and the magnitude is root 67. Okay, so if we just simplify it, it becomes 26. So we can write 26 here. Then we just break down to then we finally get 5 by 13i plus 12 by 13. So this is our unit vector. If we divide a vector by its magnitude, we will get the unit vector. Okay, and the position vector of M is the midpoint of PQ. So the midpoint of PQ, if we add the point P and Q and divide them by 2, we'll get the midpoint. Okay, So midpoint is what? It's OM, right? Equals to OP plus OQ over Q. So we know that OP is minus 2I minus 4j. OP is minus 2I minus 4j. And OQ is 8I plus 20j divided by 2. Okay. If we add them and divide by 2, we'll get minus 2I, 8I, it becomes 6I, and minus 4j plus 20j, it becomes plus 16j. If we divide by 2, we'll get 3I plus 8. So this is the midpoint point. So this is the solution of the problem. First, we calculated PQ given the position vector of P and Q. Then by using the formula PQO equals to OQ minus OP, then we find the magnitude of the vector by taking their coefficient and squaring them, adding them and taking their square. Then we find the unit vector of PQ. The unit vector PQ is nothing but the value divided by the magnitude. Okay, and OM is the midpoint, which is OP plus OQ divided by 2. Okay, then we finally get the midpoint OM equals to 3I plus 8.